Now, you probably heard that quitting cold turkey is stupid, impulsive. It's just one clean shot. You crush your pack and you throw it and you get done with smoking. And it works if you are built different with different mindset and different willpower. Now, I've been nicotine free for over 200 days now. And I quit cold turkey indeed. And I can tell you with confidence that the method was not the problem, doing it blind was. And in this video, I will show you how to use cold turkey as a strategy and not once in a lifetime mission. For context, I used to smoke 30 cigarettes a day for over 12 years. And I went vaping, I rolled for the crew, I did all the cool stuff that you see that are related to smoking. And I failed more times than I can count. In 1 month, I failed from 8 to 10 times. That's before my final quit in 1 month. And I tried tons of stuff. I tried to cut down. I tried to smoke only at the morning or only at night or at work. None of it stuck. What stuck was I quit cold turkey with awareness, boundaries, and one rule for cravings. And in this video, we're going to be busting some myths about quitting smoking cold turkey and the necessary identity shift required for you to quit cold turkey with ease, and then some practical steps you can apply today to get your quitting journey started within a few days at max. Yesterday I asked a friend, what do you think quitting cold turkey is? And he actually said, it's just one clean shot. You break your pack and you get done with it. But I cannot do it. I get a better job or get a better settings for my life. And the list of excuses goes on. And this gave me an insight of what I actually used to believe as well. And so here are the common 3 myths that people believe about quitting cold turkey that's actually turning cold turkey attempts into rage quitting. Myth number 1, quitting cold turkey is impulsive. And this is exactly what my friend described here. Cleaning the environment alone doesn't mean you don't have access to smoking yet. Because realistically, you can buy from any store that is close to you. So impulsiveness doesn't really work. Second myth about quitting cold turkey is all you need is willpower to quit cold turkey. While it's true that you need resilience to stay smoke-free, especially in the first month, willpower alone won't be able to carry all of your body, of your brain, of your environment, of your social situations, of your job, of your financials. Every part of these require a bit of willpower. And when you mix all of those with quitting smoking, what will happen is that your willpower battery will evaporate and you will have no willpower left but to grab a new pack. Myth number 3, quitting cold turkey is one clean shot. While it's true that when you quit cold turkey, you intend to never look back again, it doesn't mean that you expect perfectionism from yourself, especially in the first attempts. Because people relate one slip to binge back completely because the cold turkey now is ruined and we just restarted the counter, right? So I smoked, I broke the chain, might as well back as a full-on smoker. And you just launch a verdict that cold turkey doesn't work for me, I'm not built for it. And every self-defeating thought you got when you failed. How do I know this? Well, I failed multiple times myself, and I've said everything you can imagine to myself. Now we already know what's not true about cold turkey. We can move on to the identity shift that is required in order for you to make the cold turkey permanent part of your identity. Now, if you pay close attention to the stories that you tell yourself about why you can't quit right now, you will find a pattern that will tell you exactly what script are you running and believing over time. For me, for example, I used to smoke, like I mentioned, for 12 years, and one sentence in particular kept appearing again and again until I saw it for what it is and I was able to break the spell, so to say. It was until I fix X. Right now, I cannot quit smoking. I will keep smoking until I fix my financials, situation, relationship, my career, my city that I'm living in. And it just rotates every now and then because life naturally is chaotic and a lot of stuff happen over time. So my reaction is basically I keep smoking until I fix that new thing that appears. And in life, there is always something new that appears. So I kept smoking for 12 years until I actually sat down with myself, started prompting on ChatGPT about my personal problems and how to fix them. And what I noticed was the solution is not by keeping the bad habit. Because every conversation I had, I was either leaving smoking out of the conversation or I just mentioned it lightly. And so what kept happening is that I wanted to solve these problems that I prompted with ChatGPT with. And then what became easier for me to do is not to actively quit smoking in this context. It was, I will solve my problems in every way possible except smoking. If I have a conflict, I will go talk about the conflict. What points do I need to make? No smoking. Before or after, doesn't matter. About relationship, the same thing. About career decisions, the same thing. Smoking is off the table. And that's how later on the belief evolved into, I don't soothe myself with smoking, I'm not a smoker anymore. Of course, that didn't delete cravings all of a sudden, and I was smoking when I developed these thoughts. And it didn't solve any problem that I was trying to solve, but it became part of the solution that I quit smoking because it's no longer on the list of solutions. And that's how identity building goes. When you do an honest audit about your life and about the reasons that you are actually a smoker for, you will start to notice what patterns are stopping you from quitting smoking and what scripts that are running in your head that is telling you it's okay to keep smoking for just one more day. At the moment you realize that is holding you back, then you will start to see yourself as non-smoker and quitting smoking becomes just a matter of time. And so small step here in this context is to start with eliminating the excuse that is allowing you to smoke. Like, I want to quit for health reasons. Okay, cool. Why are you not quitting? Well, because I have financial situations. Well, you need to accept the fact that your financial situations will not be fixed whether you smoke or not. Smoking will, in fact, affect your decision-making abilities because it affects the brain and it takes away from your paycheck on a monthly basis. So it's not helping in any way, shape, or form. Not in affirmations, but when you enforce it with reality, the truth, and in action, you then teach your brain that this is who we are becoming now. That's how humans learn things. And that's how you unlearn smoking. Now the practical survival protocol. It's a simple practical 4 pillars that you carry on through your cravings, through your day, through your night, and it will keep you smoke free as long as you believe that you are not a smoker. These will enforce the identity even harder. First thing, environment. Now, of course, you don't have to crash your pack if you don't want to, but you need to clean the environment, the ashtrays, the areas that you smoke usually, direct access to cigarettes, direct access to lighters. All of these can become triggers in very short time. So no more just in case pack in the drawer somewhere that you know that you have access to. You remove instant access. Pillar number 2, boundaries. And now boundaries is not just with strangers. The closer the people are, the harder the boundaries should be. I had boundaries with my ex-wife. No smoking allowed in house. You only smoke in the balcony. And this in the workplace is the same thing with colleagues. And you yourself, you never accept just one from friends. You don't ask. And your line is, I am not a smoker anymore. You're not even trying. You're done with that part. And if people push you into smoking or try to convince you, then you either change the subject or leave the environment entirely. These are boundaries. So you need to have self-respect of not allowing anyone to cross these boundaries. The closer they are, the harder the boundaries should be. The third pillar is the cravings rule. You can do whatever rule you want to do here. You just keep it dead simple and one-liner only. My one rule was, everything is a solution, smoking is not. Plain and simple. When cravings hit, your job is not to feel great or you feel powerful and above cravings. Your job is to not light up in the next 5 minutes. You can always do breaking pattern. You can stand up, move, open ChatGPT and prompt, journal, try working on a problem. Whatever you decide, it later on becomes the reason why you stick for non-smoker life after you quit. Imagine after 3 months from now, you're smoke-free. When you feel relapse or friends invite you or you get tempted to smoke again, you remember this one rule. And this is the most important pillar you need to stick to. It's the only one that carries your identity after quitting the addiction, after the 30 days mark. The fourth pillar is forget about perfect quit. Perfection is an enemy here. No matter how hard you try to not feel hungry, irritated, angry, tired, bored, you name it. Your whole nervous system is calibrating, and this period is the most uncomfortable period of quitting, and embracing it is hard when you are in the moment. I have been there, and if you tried to quit before, you already know what this period is. So forgetting about perfectionism here means that it's okay if you explode. Of course, not in a self-destructive manner. It's okay if you stay awake for a few extra hours. And I will go ahead and say it's okay if you slip and actually smoke a cigarette or have a cigarette or a few puffs. You don't reset the streak based on a failed day. What I did was I had a board of 30 days that I cleaned 100%. But I did the board so I can just count the days where I actually smoke. I didn't use it to count how many days I quit. I used it to see how many days I fail. But because I fortified my identity so much, I couldn't fail in any day. So I kept streak clean till this day. But you don't have to reset every time. Just monitor yourself and don't expect perfectionism. Of course, I'm not saying you should allow yourself to smoke every week. What I'm saying is you see plainly how much of your identity is intact. I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke anymore. Should translate completing at least 80 to 90% of these 30 days. To recap, we already know what quitting cold turkey is not. We now know what's necessary in order for you to establish for a successful cold turkey. And then the 4 pillars of quitting cold turkey: simple, reliable, and 100% mental, and don't require willpower. They only require you to be radically honest and practical about your quitting. And that's how you turn quitting cold turkey from impulsive, just crush it and throw it moment to a strategic way you can actually apply, and your failed attempts become data instead of a verdict about who you are and what you are capable of. You are capable of so much more. You already know that. So don't let bad habits chain you into the old identity that's putting your future self on a pedestal. Your future self is within reach. You just have to believe that more than the nicotine in your system. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm sharing what worked with me and how I actually did it. And if you would like a helping hand to take you from where you are right now in your quitting smoking journey to actually become smoke-free, I offer one-on-one coaching, link in the description. You can check that out. You can do it on your own, but you don't have to. We shortened the trial and error period from few years to maximum few weeks, and by the end, you will be able to map all your environment and your boundaries, and you will be ready to start your non-smoker life sooner than you hope or think. That's it for me today. If you found value in this video, please like and comment and subscribe. And if you would like to see more videos, comment below which topic you would like to be talked about or answered directly, and I will be making a video about it. Until next time, stay safe and take care.